Oh, this is how I became a Christian. First, I was baptized when I was 11. However, I backslid. Couple years later, I found myself praying. A lot of years later, I found myself praying to God, especially at night when I was about to sleep. When I got in my comfy position that God, I want to get saved and I want you to save me and whatever, whatever. But little did I know that God was, working on me. And I was saying that, and He did. And I could remember when I got saved, it was at a crusade. I went to this crusade, and for a couple nights, well, I don't remember if it was the first week of the crusade or the second week, but I went. It was at April. And I remember one night I went to the altar after they called all sinners to come home, and I went, and I was quoting a song. And I remember when I was quoting the song to God, the minister said somebody is standing here saying the same thing song that I was quoting to God. And please, Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry. Whilst on others the word calling, do not pass me by. That was what I was saying to God. And He said somebody whatever. And anyways, I gave up that night. No drop of ground, no nothing. I just gave in to God. I just yielded to Him. And from there, I started my journey. It wasn't easy because I was living with a man who was not my husband. But like every night I went, I kept getting more convicted and more convicted. And I knew that this was God. And so, yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. When I tell my boyfriend, he wasn't very supportive of it. I must be honest with you. To my females out there, doesn't have to be young girls, to my females out there, that you may be living with your boyfriend, or you may have your boyfriend, and boy, you're so afraid to give your life to God because you don't want them to leave. But I'm saying to you tonight, when God calls you, answer. He will make everything come into He will just perfect everything that concerneth you. It doesn't matter how it looks. And if that boyfriend that you have, or for the young men, that girlfriend you have is for you and is supposed to be your husband or your wife, then that will happen. But do not put God on the back burner for a husband, or for a boyfriend, or for a girlfriend. And I decided, no matter what he said, him couldn't chaff fire. I am pressing on. I remember at one point he said to me, why did you choose to become a Christian? And you know that we live together. Right then and there, I could not identify that that was the enemy. But going along in my Christianity and looking back, as time went by, I realized that that was the devil speaking. Because no person in them right mind could not say how you feel do that, whatever. Because people and human know that, just go to Christ, or Christ have to bid you. And so it was a struggle at first. It was hard for him to accept. And so I prayed and whatever. And I decided that even though I live with him, I'm still pushing on, because God is gonna work it out for me. Anyways, I remember Sunday morning I was at church and they announced baptism. I didn't want to baptize again, but they announced it and whatever. It ended up that when I went home, I was so convicted of getting baptized again. I don't know why, that Sunday evening as I was cooking and something. Anyways, I got ready and I packed my bag and something now to go. Me and my sister and some friends and whatever, they were there, and I decided to pack my bag and go. I say, oh, no. My sister and her family were there, yes. And she was gonna come with me and whatever. And long story short, I remember as I stepped on her veranda, I remember that it rained. Yes, it rained, and the rain had just finished and it had blowing. And I remember as I stepped out, I slide. And as I went down, I said, me baptize. And everybody bust out a laugh and asked me if me okay if I hit my back or anything. But right then and there, I knew I was doing the right thing because there was a devil who wasn't pleased. And that was my real confirmation to it. And I went July the 24th, 2016, I got baptized. And I'm telling you, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I felt so blessed that night. I felt a piece of peace upon me that surpassed every other thing. And God would have it that way that my boyfriend, he wasn't there because he had left for overseas. I was still living at the house and everything, but he had left by then. So he wasn't at the baptism or anything. And I can tell you this. 4 days after I got baptized, because I was unemployed, and 4 days after I got baptized, I got a job that somebody wanted to hire me. I got a call, that somebody wanted to hire me for a job. And I remember that same day that me and the same sister was praying. We got up early in the morning, about 5 o'clock, and we prayed that morning till about 7, about door opening and whatever. And I remember by the time I reached around the road, I got the call. And I tell you this, I knew that was God showing me that you made the right decision. And so when God call you and you feel like, oh boy, you're pressured and whatever, I'm saying this to you, heal to his call. Do what him say, because him will work out every detail. And I took that job. I took it because I knew God had opened the door. He had confirmed it. I went to a fasting that same day, and the preacher prophesied to me about the job, not knowing nothing. And right then, God was just in everything that I'm doing. And yeah, it has been a wonderful road, but it has also been a road that is you have to be determined to press on and to push through. But all you need to do is just be reassured that God is in control of your entire life, and no matter how it seems, God will come through for you. And while I tried my journey, God just kept having me in awe. I moved from unemployed to in a job and getting called for a next job and doing an interview while in a job and leaving a job, starting a little business for myself till I end up not doing that again till I went in another job. I dropped an application and in less than half an hour I received a call, and when I received the call you could hear the favor in the manager voice, and I moved to that. And from there, I could be able to get opportunity overseas and all of that. And right then and there, I recognized how God hand and his favors, uncommon favor, was in my life and upon my life. And I'm not gonna tell you that it's an easy road. It sometimes get really hard. I've made bad choices. I've made mistakes. I've sinned and come short. There are days when I feel as though I'm nowhere near God. Excuse me, but I know that's just in my weakness. His strength is made perfect, and I rely on that. And no matter how weak I feel, I continue to press on. Let me tell you something. Turn over your life to God. Watch Jesus make a difference in your life. Watch him transform your life. Watch him turn all your mess into message. You may hear that all the time, but it's true. Watch him just flip the script for you. Because trust me, he's a script flipper. And if he calls you, it no matter your situation, he's gonna sort it out for you, because he sorted out mine. He sorted out my situation so that I could be able to just serve him in holiness and righteousness. And I continue to lean on him. I continue to trust him. I continue to believe in him to take me from higher to higher. And tonight, I pray that God, the same God who saved me and delivered me and came through for me, and is still bringing me through and still coming through for me, that He will bring you through and He will take you through. No matter what it is, let nothing stronghold you. Yield to God, turn to Him, and watch Him work it out for you. There's so much more that I can say about my Christian walk. There is so much to say. There is so much to say. I can tell you that you will go through the fire and you will feel as if God has forgotten you, but He has not. And you see, when you come through that fire, you will be stronger than you've ever was. You will be wiser than you've ever been. Just surrender to Him. Don't think about the details. Many persons are thinking about the details of Christianity, saying, boy, me no want go in and turn back. Don't think about the details. Don't look back. Don't be a lot wife. Don't look back on what you're leaving behind. Thank you, Jesus. Or what could have been, or the opportunities. Just look forward. Hold your head straight and go towards where God is calling you to is higher and greater than where He's taking you from. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you this, because I have experienced God's favor. I've experienced God's healing. I've experienced so much with God in my walk with Him. And I'm saying this to you. Surrender to Him. And if you've already surrendered, continue to trust Him, because your day will come. No matter how long it seems, He is sure. He's an on-time God. And when we say that, when we say it, it's not supposed to be lightly said, because God is truly an on-time God. Whatever we desire, He will grant it unto us. And tonight I'm saying to you, turn it all over to Jesus, because He's the answer, and He's sure to come through for you, as He did for me and as He did for all the others out there with their testimony. There's so much more to say, but I'll have a part 2 on other things that I have been through and that God has carried me through as a Christian. May God bless you and continue to keep you, and may He cause His face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you and give you His perfect shalom.